In the last video, we looked at not getting worked up about trying to eat the perfect diet. Finding balance in your diet is the most important thing. We looked at dividing your plate into carbs, proteins and fats. We also looked at indulging yourself every so often and not feeling guilty about it. In this video, I'm going to talk about listening to what your body is telling you and avoiding certain foods in the first few days and weeks of your quit. Being food mindful is about being in the moment, relaxing and enjoying your meals. It's also about understanding how your body and mind are reacting to the food that you've just eaten. When you used to drink, the alcohol put a lot of pressure on your digestive system. The constant input of toxins causes your defensive system to stay on full alert. Your body has to devote a large proportion of its energies into eliminating this threat. Now that you've removed alcohol from your body, your system will return to its natural state of activity. This means your digestive system can cope much better with many of the foods you eat. Finally, your digestive system can concentrate on what it was designed to do, processing the food you put in, distributing those nutrients that it extracts from that food to where they're needed most, and giving you the energy you need for life. So what should you do? Number one, over time and with the right diet, you'll become much more attuned to how your digestive system should feel. This is a skill that's going to take a while to master. First, you have to understand what counts as normal for you. What was normal while you were drinking is no longer normal. To build this skill, you need to tune into the language of your body and pay attention to what it's trying to tell you. And one of the best ways of doing this is to keep a food diary. Number two, start your food diary by taking notes about what you eat. Include each food, the time of day, how long each meal takes, and how slow or fast you are eating. Ask yourself some simple questions. How do you feel about what you're eating? What about after the food has been in your belly for a few minutes, and again after an hour or two? Do you feel good? Do you feel satisfied? Are you feeling bloated or in any pain? Do you feel tired? Do you feel energetic? Number three, over time, you'll start to notice patterns between what you eat and how you feel and think. These patterns will be your guide as to which foods are causing stressed reactions inside your digestive system and which are not. It's only once you uncover these patterns that you'll begin to understand where any problems lie. Only then can you start to take some action. You can avoid the food altogether. You can also try to reduce the frequency of eating that particular food, maybe only eating it once or twice a week instead of every day. You can also consume that food in smaller amounts and seeing if that makes any difference. Number four, if you're quitting alcohol, some of the foods you eat during the first few weeks of your quit might not agree with you once you stop drinking. This is because there's going to be a lot of internal repair and rejuvenation work happening in your system. Don't forget that these early days you still have the body of a drinker. Your internal organs don't understand, they don't know that the flood of alcohol is not going to come back. If one type of food causes you a problem, just avoid it for a while. Allow your body the time to go through this initial post-alcohol recovery phase. After a month or so, you can reintroduce the food into your diet in much smaller portions and use your food diary to test the results. So, in this video we looked at listening to what your body is telling you and avoiding certain foods in your diet that may be causing you problems. One of the best ways of figuring out your trouble foods is to keep a food diary for a few weeks or even a few months. We also looked at how quitting drinking can cause your body to react in unusual ways to the foods that you're eating, especially in the first few weeks after you've stopped, in that first immediate post-alcohol phase. In the next video, I'm going to talk about avoiding the stress of having to think about nutrition and prepare your meals on the days when you just can't be bothered by having a stock of emergency meals available and ready.